That's Nathan Astle. It ain't the first time, and neither is it the last time.
Haven't seen Hoggard drop it down and drag it down short there. It's a good pitch still. Possible to play the horizontal bat shots. Astle loves them. Pressing forward for a start. Plenty of bat on it. No one out there.
That's Nathan Astle too. You give him width, he'll look to go for it.
Well, not a lot of foot movement, but this is what we talk about, hand-eye coordination for Astle. See, the foot just goes to there, but such a good eye.
Yeah, but I think it's not a bad little bit of bowling either. I think it's a carrot ball, isn't it? And because Astle's good enough, he's got a lot of bat on it, but had it swung another inch or two, then you've sucked him in. So it's quite interesting cricket. If Astle's prepared to throw the bat at the ball, like we see him do so often in one-day games, then Hoggard needn't be discouraged. Oh! Oof, that's good bowling. Ah, this guy's got good bowling brain on him.
Closer, Fuller up. Astle just with the weight back a little for a start. Presses forward, and then that foot goes nowhere.
Very good. Another excellent Yorker. It's a thoroughly entertaining over to go into lunch. This the fourth day of the first Test match. And a pretty even Stephen morning.
It's a good shot though. It's going to run away to deep mid-wicket. It's not going to go for 4. They may run 4 though. And they have.
150 up for New Zealand and just 400 to win. Angling in towards the pads of Astle. Nice stroke. Sort of call that leaning on the delivery. And that's the reason why it didn't really go away to the boundary. But they ran 4 with good urgency. A lot straighter. And this has got through. Nasser Hussain has got a problem with his middle finger of his left hand. Can't get down. Risky, but a bold stroke. He did throw a lot of bat at it, Astle, as he tends to do. And it was 1 bounce 4.
You know, I think that's just swung a touch. I think it's just swung it. Caddick's pitched it up a little bit further. Drawn Astle into the stroke. It's a flamboyant stroke. Just look if this shape does. Yeah, starts wide and goes a little bit wider. Astle adhering to the old adage, if you're going to flash hard, and he did.
Now crunching cut shot back behind point. This is good counter-attacking. Much better stroke from Astle because he looked to get up over the ball and hit it into the turf. Top of the bounce and past point for another boundary. He's got 6 now.
It's a good stroke in the air, and Caddick thinks that there was an element of good fortune in there. He stood and stared for a considerable length of time.
This will be an interesting battle. It's a little overcast. Lights have all gone back on again. And will Hoggard swing it? Oh, good start, wasn't it? It's a little uppish from Nathan Astle, but it was pretty well dead straight. Pretty well timed. I like this approach from New Zealand.
Yes, it's positive, isn't it? Both Astle and Fleming come out after lunch with positive intent. He's bowling from his favourite end again now, Matthew Hoggard. Straight away, Astle into action and has forced a field change. Mid-on is now placed.
One bounce for, but only just. And I think Nathan Astle will get a couple more of these because it was not played convincingly.
It's a good piece of bowling. A very good bouncer. Very straight. Yeah, that's right. Good line. Look at that, right over middle stump. And really, he was forced into that. Sort of almost a knee-jerk shot, wasn't it? Look at that. Something else to think about.
Third one in the over. Big over for Astle, big over for New Zealand. Food for thought for Hoggard, 189 for 3.
Hasn't happened for him today, for Matthew Hoggard. 14 runs off his first over back.
Yeah.
Well, that'll run away for 4. Through the gully region. It's 50 for Nathan Astle, and it is a well-played 52. 10 boundaries. Some typical strong Astle shots through the offside. A valuable knock.
It's in the air, but it's wide. Boundary.
Stand and deliver batting. And he's as good a sort of player as just about anybody in the world, I'd say, Nathan Astle.
Rueful. Well, that's really a lovely stroke. Much more convincing.
Oh, it's a fantastic hit. He's onto that quickly, almost as if he felt the short pitcher had to come. And he's hit it hard and flat. There's a guy out there, what, 5 yards from where the ball was? Never moved a muscle, just had a look for it. And then heard it against the boards.
Yes, I think even Hoggard there was impressed in a way.
Beautiful, clean strike. Oh, he really is such a natural hitter of a cricket ball. Great eye-hand coordination.
.242 for 4.
That is very classical. It's a perfect use of the feet, stays nicely in the stroke, and makes sure that he hits right through the line of the ball.
See, the head doesn't move up and down too much either. It's a glide.
That's gone again. Just for 4 though this time. Man back on the pull shot. Fine leg, deep backward square leg. Astle picks the gap perfectly.
It's a deliberate attempt at a bouncer to get him hooking down deep backward square throat, but there's a lot of control. He's swung inside it with the body, rolled the wrists on it. That's gone too, this time in front of square. An even better stroke.
All sorts of mixed tremors and reactions before tea. What he's actually saying to Astle is, if you want to take us on, you're going to have to take a risk. Unless, of course, I bowl you some half volleys, in which case your timing is beyond me and beyond most other players in the world. And also on that list, again, most interestingly, Chris Cairns, who sadly we won't see for the rest of the series. And then with an average of 40, the great Bert Sutcliffe. Excellent play. Excellent play. It's just so controlled. He's really just doing as he pleases with every English bowler.
This is not an easy shot because you're hitting slightly against the turn. It's the on drive, which means you've got to clear your hip out of the way.
Oh, it's a misfield. It's 100 for Nathan Astle. Fabulous innings to watch.
Very meaningful too for Nathan Astle. It's on his home ground. 8th Test century. The strike rate is extraordinary. His execution precision outstanding.
He hasn't dwelt on it for very long, has he? Let's have another look at how he got there. It was an extremely well-controlled stroke. He got on top of the ball, which meant that Craig White had to do some fielding, or had to try to do some fielding. Oh dear. Wouldn't be a performance as a substitute fielder that Craig White will remember with a great deal of fondness, having dropped a catch down at third man in the first innings as well.
He's got another chance to prove himself, but he can't pull that one in either. Astle enjoying himself here. He hasn't had a good run at Jade Stadium in his career. High score of just 45.
Well, England are persisting with this bouncer tactic that Astle has in pretty complete control. When a length ball at off stump, he'd push into the covers, and Flintoff could bowl 5 at the other guy.
Hasn't been that sort of match, though, has it?
You're right, it hasn't actually. This hasn't followed logic, has it?
How about that? How about the links ball pushed into the covers?
Too wide. Great shot, wasn't it?
Well, they're coming off his bat like... Phew. Lovely sound, it's so crisp. Crack. Cover, which was 3/4 of the way back, was sort of wanting around to pick that up, and it just raced by. 19 fours, 2 sixes. Astle now 115. I think that's a bit of a hoax. I think that is just a little trick. Can't imagine Chris Cairns coming in next with Lou Vincent the runner.
So with the new ball taken, Matthew Hoggart is recalled into the attack at the southern end of the ground. Oh, blazing his own trail. He has played some fabulous shots.
Reserve, Lou Vincent might miss out. Oh, that's a beauty. That is a beauty. Straight down the ground, the best shot in the game. That's like a 1-iron right out of the screws.
He stays in this. It's really done with almost a forearm jab. And he's hit it, as you say, flush.